We're along the border of Burkina Faso, in the extreme northwest of Benin, hunting buffalo. As hunters, exploring new hunting grounds is in our blood. My name is Henrik Lott, and my goal is to leave the beaten track once again, get to know a new country, and to hunt a, for me, new game species. Here, I meet concession owner Jean-Luc Damy, who will show me the area known as Concombre and guide me through a true wilderness area of over 30,000 hectares, flanked by the Atakora Mountains and bordering the Pendjari National Park. The habitat is extremely diverse. Dry savanna, palm trees in the wetlands, air-rooting mangroves on the banks of the Pendjari River, and dense forest with tsetse flies. Open, coverless areas with merciless heat. Large marshlands where bushfires rage. A real adventure. Part of the primal hunting instincts that drive us out to hunt, besides the prey, is the search for something admirable. An extraordinary landscape, an exceptionally challenging adventure, or the opportunity to experience special wildlife in its original habitat. Benin offers it all. The hunting territory is a real big game area. From the beginning, we see many elephants and signs of lions everywhere. Various antelope species are found in the hunting area, including bushbuck, Nagor reedbuck, numerous western cobs, and the odd-looking western hartebeest. Hippos live along the Pendjari River. And the north of Benin impresses with a magnificent variety of wild birds. It's great to be able to absorb and experience all of this as part of the whole, as a hunter. And in this extraordinary habitat lives a game species whose hunting challenge matches the grandiose landscape, the West African Savanna Buffalo. Already on the first day of hunting, in the late evening, we catch up to a buffalo herd. Jean-Luc positions us in the grazing direction of the herd, which now passes right by us. The buffaloes approach us as close as 20 meters, and we have the opportunity to observe them intensively, to hear and to smell them. They have an impressive facial expression and are slightly lighter in weight than their East African relatives. An imposing, active game. Then, they suddenly notice us and flee. But they do not go far. The wind is good, and Jean-Luc calls the buffaloes with a nasal call, which causes the herd to stop in a short time. Curious, the buffaloes move closer again. It's mostly cows and calves that appear to the call, but excellent to watch and study.
Normally it's a distress call.
Oh, okay.
And often when you have a lion catch a calf or something like that.
We are in touch with the buffaloes until dark. A terrific experience. A few days later, another memorable experience. A herd of buffaloes is rolling towards us from the Atakora Mountains. Identifying and shooting is not possible, but we enjoy the sight. And let the buffaloes first move away. Then we get ahead of them with good wind and let them come to us. When hunting in a new area, it is important to me that I get to know the game in the first few days and study its behavior intensively. I make size comparisons and learn to judge the buffaloes properly. Here are some very good bulls in the herd, but they are still on the younger side. We let them go. Our search goes on, and while searching for an old bull, we have constant contact with buffaloes. And at least once a day, we are close to a big herd. The West African Savanna Buffalo is a very interesting game species. Its coat color varies from light red to almost black, just as there are many different horn shapes. The large bushy ears help against heat and flies and give the buffaloes an odd look. The predation pressure emanating from the lions also drives single mature bulls into the herds, which is why outfitter Jean-Luc Damy also looks for the bulls there. This is not an easy task. The terrain is often difficult, the herds large and alert, and the wind in the hot hours of the day extremely unstable. And that the West African buffaloes are considered extremely tough is something we're going to experience the following day. In the early morning, we followed the tracks of a buffalo herd. But suddenly, we have elephants in front of us. Impressive creatures and exciting moments for us. But we keep a proper distance and have to pay close attention to the wind. Then we overturn the nervous pachyderms to finally get a look at the buffaloes. It works out, and suddenly we have a good bull in front of us. A short time later, it is clear that there are two bulls, although we cannot yet identify the presumably stronger of the two. The black-headed one is a good buffalo, but the gray one is physically bigger and seems to be older. They move on, and we have to follow them.
For the moment, the wall slowly and heat, okay? Okay. And if we continue like that, we stay behind them. And we need to make a big loop to the right before them. And maybe they will come on us.
Finally, we position ourselves in the direction of the bulls, and I can already spot the first bull arriving. It's the black-headed one, and it's passing by us at close range. Now we have to wait and hope that the wind does not change, so that we can judge the second bull. Then he appears, definitely more mature than the first. That's the one. We let the first bull pass by, and I wait with my heart pounding in my chest for a shot opportunity on the second bull. The bull is hit well and storms forward. Then swings towards us. The bushes force me to change my position, and the bull drops with my last shot. Relief. Now, our feeling of exultation changes to respect and humility for the old bull. A difficult to describe moment that probably only a hunter can feel. Jean-Luc explains that in most cases several shots are needed to bring down the tough West African bulls, and that we ended the situation well and quickly. The field dressing and butchering of the buffalo and making use of its high-quality venison for us and the local people causes a deep sense of satisfaction in us and concludes this successful hunt. My hunt is coming to an end, and in the remaining days, we soak in the astonishing beauty of this pristine wilderness. My impression of the last wilderness areas on our planet is once again confirmed. These are places for true hunters, for the next generation, worth protecting under any circumstances. We experience great adventures. The hippos at the Pendjari River are fascinating in their self-assured manner, especially on an eye-to-eye level. And the elephants are a very welcomed sight in times of vanishing habitat and heavy poaching all over Africa. But the lions are the kings of Concombre. And they are here because their main prey, more than 1,000 buffaloes, are in the hunting area. And that is why human hunters are here, why I am here. And we as hunters value and understand the importance of the lion's role as large predators in this area and appreciate their presence while also hunting buffalo in the savanna of West Africa. Since this area became a hunting block, the numbers of wildlife have increased greatly. And as long as people like Jean-Luc and his team are hunting the area with adventure-seeking hunters from all over the world, poaching will be minimized to a bearable level. And wildlife will flourish.